Hey guys, good morning. It is Thursday, so I have an Art Squad virtual meetup at 6 tonight. I hope to put another coat of glue on those bowls, and I also hope to make a little bit of progress with the Mardi Gras illustration that you guys see here. We'll see. I have high hopes for it. So there are two things I wanted to vlog at you guys about. The first one is I stopped wearing my conventional wedding ring because I wash my hands a lot and it traps water really badly. And Joseph knows this, we talked about this. So I decided to go buy some silicone rings because I feel kind of weird not wearing my wedding ring. It's not like a societal thing. I really don't care. We're married. I don't care. It's more like my hand feels naked without my wedding ring. So I bought some inexpensive silicone rings from Amazon. You can find them almost anywhere. And after I saw Jersey Droid wearing his silicone wedding ring in like an inking live stream or whatever, it made me feel a lot better because like these are a lot more practical for me than my metal wedding ring. They don't trap water the same way. If I take them off and I lose them because I have to take them off because my hands got dirty or whatever, I don't care as much because I got like 10 of them for $10. So I would probably go back to wearing, I might wear my traditional wedding ring on a chain around my neck, but this is working for me. And I'm telling you guys because I am sure I have friends who are watching this who are married and have rings that they wear and they have the same problems I'm having. So if your partner is cool with you switching out, and I can't really see a reason why your partner wouldn't be cool with you switching out, but I understand they might not be. If your partner is cool with you switching out, I say do it, man. Like, if it makes you happy and it works better, because it still serves the societal signifier function of like, hey, they're married. And I know for us femme types, that does often bring additional respect. And I'm not saying who, I am only speaking to my experiences, okay? People tend to treat me like a child. Then they find out I'm 34 and they double down on treating me like a child, but then they find out I'm married and suddenly it's like, oh, she's an adult woman. That's where I'm coming from with this. I'm not saying anything about anybody else, just my own personal experiences here in Southeast Louisiana. And having this signifier does help with not being treated like a child. So it may also, like at cons, right? I used to, even before we got engaged, I'd wear a fake engagement ring because I'd get hit on a lot. And it wasn't just like they'd hit on me and I'd be like, no, I'm seeing someone. And they'd be like, oh, cool, sorry, I was just liked you, and move on. Like, I'm fine with that, you know? I have that kind of a personality too. Take your shot. But it's the ones who'd be like insistent and they'd be like, well, I don't see a ring on that finger. You must not care that much. And they're, so it can be helpful for that as well if you need that kind of signifier. And they're super cheap. They come in a bunch of different colors. I'm wearing the silver and marble just because of the pack I had. They're the colors I really liked. They have this really pretty galaxy color, but it's not in my size. Otherwise, I'd wear the galaxy ring. But really like my silicone rings. And if you get, I'll link them down in the listing or in the description below. The listing I'm going to link has different sizes. So it's not like you're putting a too tight rubber band on your finger. You can actually get your size. The other tip I have for you, and this one is maybe more to my ADHD friends. I hate jeans. I don't want to wear jeans every day. I don't like stuff that cuts me off at the knees or cuts me off at the waist. So I've been wearing, oh, you guys can't see. I've been wearing a lot of yoga pants because like we're all working from home and yoga pants are a little more, like if you're like me and you have to put on clothes for the day because it helps your brain be like, okay, it's working time, not cuddly time. Because I have friends who work in their pajamas now and you do you, that's awesome. Because we're all working from home. But yoga pants are good if you like have to leave the house, or if you're like me and you have to put on not sleepy time clothes so that your brain knows it's working time. And you can go to like TJ Maxx or Marshall's and they're all on sale right now. You can get them out at Walmart. You can get fancy ones if you like. They have yoga pants that look more like jeans. I mean, you know, we all made fun of jeggings, but yet they served a purpose. My trick with yoga pants is I have like a thing where I try to wear longer shirts or sweaters with them, so like it's not as apparent that I'm just wearing yoga pants. It kind of looks like an outfit. So that is my hot artist tip for you guys today. You can thank me down in the comments below. I don't know. Sometimes you just need someone else to be like, hey, this is a thing I do and it works for me, for you to be like, I give myself permission to do this thing that is way more comfortable than what I was doing in the past. So, yoga pants, pretty good. Went and bought a bunch of them at TJ Maxx because they're basically what I'm wearing for pants now anyway. All right, so I think that is the summarizes the vlog portion of today. I'll also point out, if you're interested in the how to draw anime eyes tutorial we're going to be doing with Art Squad, I'm going to have a standalone tutorial for you guys. Art nerds are going to get it first, but eventually it'll get scheduled for the public, just in case that's something you want to check out. That'll be available for you guys. And if you're curious about how I approach teaching, I'll probably make that like a patron exclusive, but I'd love to talk about it because it's been a learning process for me, and I feel like a lot of art teachers who don't get handed a curriculum to start with, it's a learning process for them. So it'd be cool even to have like a sub Discord server where me and other art teachers just hang out and we share ideas and lesson plans and stuff. But I might make that patron only for a while, just because managing Discords is taxing and prone to burnout. And the Paint Box is honestly a super great server. Like, the people there are really nice, the people there are really generous and kind, and they compliment one another, and like there's not really ever any drama of like Discord servers. The Paint Box is amazing. I love you guys. But it's still work, and it still takes brain cells. So even if I had another amazing server full of wonderful, kind people, just being in that managerial admin role of having to be the bad guy sometimes and having to keep the boards, like clean up the boards and stuff, that's still effort. So I might make that like a patron exclusive sort of thing in the future, or maybe invite only, just something easier to manage. So anyway, I think it's time to dive into our RT day. Oh, one more thing. I said that, didn't I? That I want to do another layer of glue on our glue bowls. Alright guys, today's Thursday. Thursday is almost over. Art squad went good, but not necessarily how we wanted it to go. Only 2 kiddos showed up this week, and one of them showed up halfway through. So we decided that instead of doing the anime eyes this week, we will postpone it to the next one, and hopefully more kiddos will show up. And to kind of make up for that, what we ended up doing was we ended up drawing dogs as our warm-up, and then we attempted to show them how to draw mermaids and fairies, because that's something that one of the kiddos is super into. But that same kiddo talked about dogs the whole time. So what ended up happening is I mostly just doodled fairies and chit-chatted with them. So the thing about Art Squad is it's not like a class, you know what I mean? Like a class has like a distinct topic and distinct goals, and parents are paying for it or the teachers are accountable for certain things. Art Squad is a club, so if we don't hit certain things that week, as long as the kids have a good time, that's fine. So I'm not necessarily disappointed or anything. I was looking forward to doing anime eyes with them. But one of the things I've learned with teaching kids and adults is to be flexible and just kind of roll with it. And with the sort of extracurricular art things that I teach, whether it's classes or clubs, as long as they're having a good time and they feel like they're getting something out of it, it doesn't necessarily matter that much if we hit exactly what we talked about. What really matters is they're having positive associations with drawing and with art. Now, one of the things I do want to work on with them on is a lot of the kids in Art Squad speak very negatively about their artistic ability, and they're young. They're like 10 years old young, you know? So I want to work with them on thinking more positively about their art and thinking about their art in a more constructive way, and us working on them learning how to look at their art analytically. So instead of just saying like, I'm not good at drawing, they can say, I'm not happy with where my art is now, I want to get better at drawing hands and eyes, stuff like, because one of those is very, it's a dead end, you know, like I'm not good at drawing, well, I guess I won't draw. The other one is very open-ended and positive motion forward of, I'm going to work on these things. So that's one of my goals to kind of work on in 2021 with them, is thinking about their art in a more positive way and in a way that has more agency. So not only did I do Art Squad today, but I put another coat of glue on those bowls. I'm going to do one more coat before Monday, hopefully. And I've also been working on this Mardi Gras piece here, and the solder is behaving really weirdly, because if I put down a lot or a really wet application of paint in a small area, it'll just spider out. And there's been nothing destructive done to the paper surface. And now I have put down some masking fluid since then, and we'll see. I hope it doesn't ruin the paper surface. It shouldn't, but I don't know. It's acting kind of funny. I'm not super disappointed with what it did. I'm just kind of like, okay, Saunders, I guess you're gonna do what you want. So I'm at the point this evening where I kind of need things to dry before I can make any progress. So it's 9:32, which is kind of early for me, but I may end up calling it an evening, or going and doing something else and then coming back to this later. But I'm probably not coming back to it tonight because it is, after all, 9:32. So I hope you guys had a good day, and I'll see you guys tomorrow, where I am hopefully going to put a lot of paint on this piece here. Alright guys, so the 5Below watercolor kit won the what craft kit should we do poll that I had on YouTube. And that kit doesn't really come with a whole lot. It comes with a canvas, some probably very cheap dye-based watercolors. Oh, there's a water droplet on my backup camera, okay. And not much else. So in order to do the kit, I thought I would go ahead and go to 5Below, and that way we can do our January 5Below shop with me, because you know I always gotta see what's at like Dollar Tree and Walmart and 5Below. And then I can also pick up like an extra canvas so that we can do the kit a little bit more faithfully. I don't know, I think it's just probably not fun for two people to do a kit designed for one person and one person just sits there. So I thought having an extra canvas would help out with that. I don't have particularly high hopes for that kit. I am a watercolor artist, so I think it'll be fun, but I don't necessarily think I'll be recommending that kit. But I do want to prepare in advance just so that we'll have the best success rate possible. And I'm sorry about my camera. My old iAudi phone holder has taken to slipping. So that's what that's about. Anyway, on to 5Below. It is Friday, January 22nd, I do believe. And why don't you guys come shop with me? All right, so this time 5Below should be open. And just to show you guys, whenever I go out, I am wearing a mask. Okay guys, as you can see, yet again, I have stuff on the desk. So why not just film where for years I have worked on the floor. It gives us a little bit more room, and it means that I have to pick everything up in order to show you guys. So 5 Below has kind of become a weakness for me. They always have cool stuff, and they're not a sponsor of the channel. We're not affiliated in any way, nothing like that. So I went today because, like I mentioned earlier, we're going to be doing a watercolor kit that I picked up at 5 Below in like December for Monday's Chillstream. So I wanted to pick up some more canvases to go with that kit, since there's only one canvas in the kit. So ostensibly, that's what I went to 5 Below for. But I never just go to 5 Below and only get the thing I'm going to 5 Below for. Oh, you guys can't even see. I gotta change the camera angle in a second. Let me finish hauling out the haul. Now, the problem with 5 Below is that and I think I mentioned this in like my first 5 Below video, you've got things that are $1, you've got things that are $3, you've got things that are $5, and now you have things that are $10, and not everything is clearly marked. And while a lot of things are a pretty good deal, not everything is such a good deal. So it helps to kind of pay attention while you're buying. And since we're talking about 5 Below anyway, and I've got my receipt, I guess I'll give you guys the prices. Hold on, I'm gonna move the camera to the floor. All right, that's watercolor pages. So this is what I got at 5 Below. Now you can't see my face. This is what I got at 5 Below today. So the 4-pack of canvas panels, and it says it's 100% cotton canvas. And again, you get 4 of these, and what it basically is it's canvas and gesso attached to a hard board. I think this was $5. It says so right here. You also have to keep in mind that 5 Below does charge tax. In fact, we get 2 different taxes on this one. We get the 9.2% that is pretty common for Jefferson Parish, so that was $6.33. And then we also got a 3.5% sales tax, which ended up being 18 cents. So you end up paying taxes on top of taxes. All right, so that was 5. And then I found some glow paints, and it doesn't say whether these are watercolor or acrylic, but I figured if these were watercolor, then they'd be kind of fun to play around with because they have glow-in-the-dark pigments, and if they were acrylic, then I could use them for an upcoming activity. So these were $5. I also picked up the set of 14 artist pens, and this, the outside of the package makes it look like you get a wider variety than you do. But I go through these kind of pens for sketching all the time, and if the cheap ones will work, why spend about $4 per pen when I could get an entire pack of them for $4? So I'll let you guys know. We'll do a video on these, and we'll test out whether they're water safe and alcohol marker safe. And eventually I'd like to do an activity, or I'd like to do a piece where it's just all stuff from 5 Below. They have a fairly cute t-shirt selection. And the t-shirts are $5, and they say they have more online as well. Also picked up this set of fine artist material watercolor paint tubes. You get 20 of these for $5. I picked up an art bin for $5. Art bins are usually pretty expensive, and it's just a brand name of art storage solutions. And what's neat about this case is not only the locking slides, but also you can literally lock the slides with not 1 but 2 locks, which would make this pretty good for like if you do conventions and you do traditional media commissions. You can put your materials in here, and I mean, yeah, to be fair, someone could just walk off with the whole thing, but like I keep my stuff behind the table under my chair in a backpack that I bring with me if I leave the table. So this would very handily slide in a backpack like that. I also picked up a large white, well, it's not super large, but it's a largish white message board. I want to kind of redo, oh, you guys can't see what I'm signaling at. I want to redo this table behind me so that it looks better in shots and isn't just like a catch-all for garbage. Picked up a sequel to the other watercolor brush pens, and I forgot to bring those from my mom's house, which is one of the times I did one of the big art supply hauls. Picked up some indulgent snackums. They have Buenos, which are a huge hit here. And then they have something called Lint Hello, and these are the coffee blasts. Picked up some dry erase markers for my dry erase board. I couldn't resist. So they've got some crystal healing magic crystals, and I'm not a fan of crystal healing magic, but I am a fan of crystals. And they have these amethyst geo chunks, and I really like the inclusions. Not that you guys will be able to see, but I like the inclusions on this one. It looks like it's pollen, so that's pretty cool. I'm sure it's not, because that would be amber that would have inclusions. So it's probably some sort of mineral deposit, but anyway, pretty cool. Some more chokers. Then I picked up a couple of things that hopefully, they're super gimmicky, but hopefully they'll help me maybe do better videos, or at least get more interesting shots in my videos. So this is a neck mount. And I actually have been pretty happy with most of the camera mounts I've gotten from 5Below before. So this is super gimmicky. Okay, it does stretch. Alright, so like a doctor's stethoscope, it's supposed to go around your neck, and then you wear the camera like this. And unlike a gimbal, it's not going to stabilize it, and it's also super obvious. But I'm always trying to find new solutions for getting different camera angles, and I thought this could be a fun one for when I'm like recording what I'm working on, so that's like more point of view. And then I also got, this is similar to a product that's been on the market for a while. It's like this tentacle thing, but this one just has one tentacle, and it's got suction cups. So you could stick it on like your door or your mirror and use your phone or do recordings. And I think Freakin' Reviews talked about like the real deal one, and it wasn't half bad. But that one has 3. It's a tripod with suction cups, and this is just 1. Oh, okay. Alright, it's very rubbery, but no one is surprised. It comes with a small, stretchy, expandable mount that uses the standard, and I know this sucks as like a review. This is not like a good angle for a review. It's a vlog. But if I end up liking these things, I'll do more of a video on them. And then this is not as, no, it is actually pretty flexible. Okay. Alright, and it's longer than I thought. And it's got rubbery suction cups. So this could actually maybe work. I was hoping it would. I don't buy stuff these days just because it's junk. But I'm always interested in unusual phone mount solutions. They make a lot of neat things for GoPros. They don't necessarily make as many neat things for, you know, phone cameras. But I'm always interested in different kinds of mounts because it allows me to kind of change up how I share my world with you guys. So I'm sure. Oh, I also bought a couple of tablecloths for the Monday streams, just because we sometimes just don't have enough newspaper to go over everything. So picked up a couple of craft paper tablecloths as well, and that would be my 5Below haul. And my grand total, and I'm a little embarrassed about this myself, my grand total is $80.26, which is like, it's like spending $80 at the Dollar Tree. It's like, how? But it happens. So anyway, that was, I mean, obviously I found lots of cool stuff, or weird stuff at 5Below. And I didn't even like, I don't ever check like the beauty section, for example. I'm sure there's even more weird stuff in the beauty section, and I usually don't go in the toy section either. So that's just hitting like the crafts, the candy, and what's out in the main section and the technology section, because I always have kind of neat stuff in the technology section. So I think in a standalone video, I'll talk about this weird neck mount and the flex and stick smartphone holder, just for some of my fellow artist friends who might be interested in easy, very affordable options for their smartphone. I keep meaning to do like an all-encompassing video where I show you guys all the different mounts I have and I talk about which ones I like and which ones I never use. And then I end up switching what I use. Like I have this it's kind of like a pistol style. So you can hold it like a pistol for vlogging, like that, or you can use it as a tripod. And I use the heck out of that thing. I didn't think I would when I bought it, but I use it all the time. And I got that at 5 Below. So anyway, I'm going to clean this mess up and get on with my day. Hey guys, it is Saturday, the last day of the vlogging week because it rolls over again on Sunday. So last week I was kind of talking to you guys about how I felt like I was kind of struggling with the vlogs because it's kind of like hourly comic day where you kind of find your life gets structured around, oh wait, I gotta stop and do this thing. Oh wait, I gotta stop and do this thing. I found that it got easier this week, and once I started thinking about it as kind of an opportunity to play around with shot choices and stuff, which I know they're still kind of boring, but I'm working on it, I started to have more fun with it. And hopefully you guys have been enjoying them as well. A lot of painting this week. This piece still isn't finished. It'll probably be, if I were to stay home and paint today and it wasn't raining, I could finish it. But I have plans for today. So maybe if we're not out too late this evening, I might finish it tonight or tomorrow. We'll see. You can check on my Instagram for the finished piece though. And I've been enjoying sharing hyperlapse snippets of working on it because I think it's really cool that hyperlapse can condense like 8 hours of work into 80 minutes of work. I think it's unrealistic, but I think it's cool. To me, it's kind of like sci-fi art, right? What else? So this week has been pretty low-key, which is good. We all could use a break. The inauguration was earlier this week. It seems like the things that everybody was super worried about didn't happen, so I'm happy about that. My intention is not to get super political here on the channel, because I am not versed enough in nuance to do that, but I do feel that politics can affect art, they affect our daily lives, and the reason I don't talk about it too much as well is I know a lot of people are very stressed out by politics, and I think my channel can be a respite from that, so that's why I don't bring it up often, but when it does interact with my life, I think it's fair to bring it up in kind of a more detached way. I don't really want to get into it with anybody. This isn't really the space for that, and I'm really not the person to argue with. So, but I was happy for everyone that Inauguration Day was kind of peaceful and low-key. I think everybody needs a chance to kind of breathe and to not feel stressed out and anxious all the time. I know firsthand that takes a huge toll on us physically, mentally, and emotionally. And for many, many people, the past 4 years and the past year have been extremely tense. And I know we still need to keep pushing and working for the things we want. We need to stay on top of our politicians. They're here to work for us, not the other way around. I'm not saying the job is over, but I'm saying we do get a chance to kind of breathe a little bit, which is nice. What else? Not too much has been going on to recap for this week. AliExpress order came in. I showed it to you guys. I'm excited about those things. My hiatus is kind of coming to an end. It's January 23rd. And other than feeling more rested, I haven't necessarily, I kind of want to keep doing the vlogs, but if I'm going to keep doing the weekly vlogs, because they actually take up a tremendous amount of time and editing, then I'm probably going to adjust my update schedule so that I'm not posting as frequently, which I know some of you guys are like, yes, please slow it down. I just happened to make a lot of stuff at one point, but I think the vlogs are a better way to show you guys what I'm working on. And it's also one of those things where people like, and I mentioned this before, people say they want tutorials and then they don't watch them. So by not doing a tutorial out of this, by just doing a hyperlapse of it, it's actually a lot easier on me to record and edit. So I think showing what I'm working on in the background as part of the weekly vlog is working better for me right now. I mean, as with anything, it's subject to change. Life changes, circumstances change. I may decide to take it in a different direction, but I think being flexible is going to give me the mental resiliency to continue. And that is incredibly important. Being flexible, whether you're teaching or recording things or making things to share online, is really important. So today we are headed out to Santa. If the weather was nicer, there are things I would have liked to have done on the way up, but it's kind of gross out. I do want to hit one of the little libraries in Gonzales and drop off a little care package. Louisiana is both big and small. When it comes to art and art opportunities, there aren't necessarily just so many, especially if you're not in the New Orleans area. So I figure even with like remote classes, we might be able to work something out. So just starting to put stuff out there, get myself out there. And something I wanted to kind of play around with using and talking about was the Viewpoint hands-free neck mount that I got at 5Below the other day. I know this thing is super goofy. My mom keeps mentioning that I need like a chest mount when I'm recording, so I'm not constantly having to hold the thing. I do have a gimbal. And the gimbal, when I can figure out how to get it to work, is great. But it actually takes a fair amount of arm strength for me to hold it up constantly. So this thing could be good at like events or in crowds, or maybe when hiking if it's not too bumpity. I'm gonna have to test it out and see, but I thought it would be kind of neat to test it out. So I'm gonna go grab my old camera and we'll see what it looks like, and then I'll try to record some footage today using my current camera with this thing. So this is what it looks like. It is super goofy. It goes around the neck, very fashionable. I guess you have to adjust it probably in a mirror right there to figure out where like level is. It has a sliding mount, so it's technically universal, and the shoes tuck in and it folds up, so it's actually pretty compact. I got it at 5Below. It's like $5. You can find them on AliExpress for $4 to $6, so it's pretty goofy. Anyway, I'm gonna go get another phone and we'll see how it actually looks. Additional angle footage when I'm painting. Oh, this thing is really tight. So the thing, you gotta make sure it's really in, and then it wants to weeble wobble on my chest bone. But like this, it'll sit. I don't know how much usable footage that would be. Let's try standing and leaning over. I mean, that's not really any better than my Rode mic. However, one of the things I thought this could be good for is point of view kind of stuff. I mean, it's not quite like a head mount, but let's be real, like a head mount on my head would look super dumb. This already looks dumb. Like, I can't see myself going into a store like this. You know, like, it's super obvious that she's doing a shop with me video, guys. And I already have a problem with, like, kids running into my shots, even though I'm, like, waiting for them to leave the section. They'll come back in. That's not their fault. Like, I'm the one who's filming in public. But it's a concern because I don't want to get them in the shot. So, I don't know. I think it was worth it comes out real easy. Hey y'all, so it is like 26 minutes until midnight. I'm still working on the Mardi Gras watercolor piece I've been working on for I think all of this week at this point. You ever get to that stage in watercolor where you're like, this is just not ending? We've hit that stage. So it was so wet and nasty out that we didn't really get a chance to do any walking around. So I did not get a chance to get any footage with this, but I do need to go up and help maintain some property I inherited years ago. We need to maintain the fire breaks, so that'll probably be my chance to try this amazing thing out. So the review for this will be in next week's vlog, so unfortunately you're just gonna have to wait an extra week to see if that thing from 5 Below is any good at all. So I guess I'll also finish this piece here. And you know what? It's on Saunders watercolor paper. And I've painted on Saunders before. In fact, I have a field test video here on the channel. And the first time I painted on Saunders, I didn't notice any real problems. I did think it was a little bit more cardboardy than some of the other watercolor papers I've used, mostly due to the sizing used in it. This time, though, I had so many problems, especially with Naomi here, with like colors bleeding, colors spidering, colors going way out even though the paper was dry. Like suddenly Saunders decided it had a bad attitude and nobody was going to convince it. It was like, I do what I want. And so I feel like this piece is not as good as it could have been because the paper kind of fought me on a lot of things, which is disappointing because it's like that field test video has been out for like a year now. It's not like I can retcon that video to be like, but I did think it was important to mention to you guys since I did recommend it a while back. I said I liked it and now it wants to play like it has an attitude. But, I mean, the first one was painted in Nashville, Tennessee, and the second one was painted in Louisiana. I gotta admit, I did not use distilled water when painting this, and Norco has a lot of stuff in the water. We tend to have hard water down here, so there's a lot of minerals, and I really should be using distilled water. So that could have been a contributing factor. I did stretch it with tap water as well, so maybe some of the sedimented particles that dried on the paper continue to absorb and spread the paint out. I know that's an issue with cheap watercolor paints, is they can actually act kind of like a watercolor ground and cause your watercolor to spread. I am painting with professional grade paints, so it's not the paints that are the problem. It is either the paper or the water that I'm using on this. So interesting to find out. People sometimes ask, like, why do I care so much about the materials that I'm working with? Why have I tried to join NAMTA? Why am I interested in the makeup of what we do? And it's because something as simple as the wrong water on a paper you've used before can make your art an uphill battle. And it doesn't have to be the most expensive art supplies, but it should be supplies you enjoy using and that you can consistently rely on to at least deliver a certain degree of performance. So anyway, I'm going to keep working on it. I'll keep fiddling with it. I'll get there, as you guys could see in the hyperlapse. And I hope you guys have a wonderful Sunday and a happy rest of your week. This Monday, so tomorrow, we're working on that 5 Below watercolor kit that you guys voted for. Thank you so much for voting. So I hope I'll see you guys there. And you know what? I can't even tell you what time the stream will be because I know I say 4 and I'm ready at 4, but because I do that stream with a guest, I am entirely dependent on my mom showing up on time, and that doesn't happen. So like, let's realistically say it's probably going to be 5:30. Let's say 4 to her, and she might be here by 5:30. Alright, I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your week, and hopefully I'll see you guys next week. Stay tuned this upcoming week because we have mechanical pencil reviews and we have a watercolor chat coming up. So if you enjoy chill vibes and talking about watercolor, you guys will enjoy that. And otherwise, just keep an eye out for the next vlog, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye!
Thank you.